my name is Nick from Nick on Flick, and welcome to the very first episode of Movie Talk with Nick on Flick, where I inform you everything new in the movie world. Now, if you guys saw my channel update a couple weeks ago, you guys know I'm trying to switch things up around this channel as far as what videos I will be uploading. And starting today, every Sunday, I will be uploading a new episode of Movie Talk with Nick on Flick. And basically, guys, if you guys haven't seen my channel update, Movie Talk with Nick on Flick is where I talk about everything new in the movie world, like what's new to theaters, what's new on Blu-ray, big movie news, and quick movie reviews, for movies that I recently saw, whether it's on Blu-ray or in theaters or whatever. So this is gonna be the first episode, and I'm gonna split these into segments. So first segment's gonna be what's new to theaters, and then the second one's gonna be what's new on Blu-ray. Then the third one's gonna be quick movie reviews, and then the fourth one to top it off is big movie news. So starting off with the first segment is what's new to theaters. April 6th, this Friday, we have two pretty big releases. They're the only big releases though that are coming out. So the first one up, I'd say, is the biggest one coming out this Friday, and that is A Quiet Place, directed by John Krasinski. Also, he stars in the movie with his wife Emily Blunt, and this movie actually looks really good. It's also getting a lot of really good reviews. I think it's sitting at 100% on Rotten Tomatoes right now, so I'm very excited to check that one out. It looks like a horror sci-fi-ish type of movie, so I'm very excited to check it out. Here, it's really good. So comment down below if you're excited to see that movie, and that is coming out April 6th, this Friday. And then the second big one that's coming out this Friday is Blockers, starring Leslie Mann, John Cena, and a lot of people. And I'm probably not going to see this movie. I'm not going to see this movie. It just looks dumb and all that, and it's not a movie I want to see. So that's also coming out April 6th. I know that's getting pretty good reviews right now as well. I've heard a couple people say some pretty good stuff about it. And then I don't know if this is releasing everywhere on Friday. I know this movie came out 2 weekends ago, and that is Isle of the Dogs, but it says here on Fandango that it's coming out this Friday. So I think this is the big release, where it's everywhere, because I think it's limited right now to a couple theaters. It's not playing everywhere, but I think this Friday, April 6th, it's going to be playing everywhere. At least that's what I think. So yeah, those are all the movies, the big movies that are technically releasing on Friday, April 6th. So that's all independent movies that are really really limited or straight to DVD. So those were all the movies coming to theaters. Now we're going to talk about the second segment, new to Blu-ray. Now this Tuesday, April 3rd, is not a very big release date for Blu-rays. We only have two pretty big things, and the rest are all independent straight to DVD ones. The major release Tuesday, April 3rd, is going to be Insidious: The Last Key, and that is coming out on Blu-ray. No 4K for this one, surprisingly. It just has a Blu-ray and DVD that you can buy anywhere. No exclusive anywhere that I know of. As far as I can tell, Best Buy or Target don't have exclusives. Maybe Walmart might. I don't really think they will. But it doesn't even have a 4K, so I think the regular Blu-ray is coming in at around $19.99. And then the second kind of big release is Father Figures with Ed Helms and Owen Wilson. Now this movie kept getting pushed back, and yeah, it had a lot of production issues, and now it's finally out. And it wasn't very big in theaters. I think it was a big box office flop, but it's coming out on Blu-ray. It has a lot of big stars in it. So not really excited to check this one out. It doesn't seem like a movie I'd like. Maybe my parents will like it, I don't know. So I don't think that has any exclusives, and it doesn't have any 4K too, so it just has the regular Blu-ray and DVD where you can buy it everywhere. So those are the only two big releases on Tuesday. Comment down below if I'm missing anything, but yeah, usually there's a lot more releases, especially next week, April 10th, are going to be a lot of releases, so stay tuned for that episode. But now we're going to get into quick movie reviews, where I talk about movies that I recently seen, whether it's on Blu-ray or in theaters, and I kind of just do a quick review, not too in-depth, just my thoughts, my quick initial thoughts about it. I've only seen about 2 movies recently in theaters. The first one I saw was last weekend, was Pacific Rim Uprising, and I really loved the first Pacific Rim. I'm a diehard fan of it. I think it's heavily underrated. It's one of my favorite movies of all time. It's probably like my top 30, and I love that movie so much. It's visually stunning, directed by Guillermo del Toro, and surprisingly, this movie wasn't as good as I was hoping to be. Now, this movie, Pacific Rim Uprising, is not directed by Guillermo del Toro, who directed the first one. And this one's set a little bit in the future. I think it was like 10 years, if I'm mistaken. It has John Boyega in it, and a few of the original cast members from the first one in this one. And I like this movie. I thought it was fine. I just didn't love it as much as I thought I would, because going in with high expectations, because I really loved the first one, this movie was not all that great, but it was still a really fun movie. It had some really good visuals, and yeah, the story was, it was a really convoluted plot. You know, they kept throwing us a different way and blah blah, and it actually took a while for the film to actually pick up and get to the plot. Get to the plot. You know, it kind of gets sidetracked and keeps getting sidetracked. So it's an okay movie. It's decent. I wouldn't spend I'd probably go see it at a matinee if I were you. But it was a decent movie. Some pretty good visuals in this one, and John Boyega was awesome. But the acting and the script was not the best. The acting was, I feel like the only good actors in this movie were John Boyega and Scott Eastwood. They felt like they were the only ones trying. And then the script was really messy, and the acting was not the best. But overall, I give it like a plain. So it wasn't great, but on the popcorn meter, I'd give it a plain. So, and then the second movie I saw recently was the day after I saw Pacific Rim. I went to Tomb Raider with Dake's production, and we had a pretty good time with it. It was actually not that bad. I was going in with some very little expectations from the reviews, and especially since it's a video game adaptation, like, really. But this movie wasn't all that bad. We have Alicia Vikander, if I'm saying her name right. She was okay in this movie. I haven't seen her a lot in a lot of movies. I think the only movie that comes to mind that I've seen her in was Man from U.N.C.L.E. And I felt like she wasn't great in this movie, because I know she's a really great actress, but I didn't think she did that great in this movie. But then again, the acting was atrocious in this movie. It was not good. But you know, somewhat you could kind of just forgive it and have a fun time with it. You know, sure, the writing was kind of convoluted. You know, the story was convoluted, and the acting wasn't the greatest, but you can still have a really fun time with this movie. I mean, the action was very well done, and you're gonna sit back and have a fun time. I'd also give that a plain on the popcorn meter. But the best part of the movie was Nick Frost had two little parts in it. You know, he had a cameo, and it was really funny. He was by far the best part of the movie, but we both had a really fun time. It wasn't great, but it was actually not that bad. So yeah, definitely check out Tomb Raider when it comes out on Blu-ray. So I saw it at a matinee, so if you want to go see it now, I mean, don't spend too much money on tickets for it, because it's not a great movie. But you know, maybe just go see it at a matinee, or just wait and rent it on Redbox, whatever. So the last segment of the day is big movie news, and that's a very hard segment to do, because it's hard to find a reliable source with valuable information. Like, I don't want to give you guys information about a movie and steer you the wrong way because I didn't find a reliable source. But just for the day, I'm just going to go through the box office. What's the box office like right now? Of course, number one is Ready Player One. I expect that to be on the box office for a little bit, because, man, I'm so excited to see this movie directed by the GOAT, Steven Spielberg. So excited to see this one. It's coming in on Friday. It came in around $15 million, and that's amazing. And I think this movie came out March 29th, which is weird because that was a Thursday. So, and then number two is Tyler Perry's Acrimony, which came out March 30th, I believe. That's surprising to see it on here. I did not expect that to be on here. Not a big Tyler Perry fan, and supposedly not a lot of people are. That's coming in around $7 million on Friday. Then number three is Black Panther, still on there, which is not surprising because it's an awesome movie. Absolutely love it. Then number four is actually very surprising. I Can Only Imagine, which I've heard some really good things about it. I'm actually very excited to see it. I'm gonna go see it pretty soon. And then number 5 is Pacific Rim Uprising, of course, because it's a blockbuster action movie, which like I said, I thought it was okay. And that was the top 5. Number 6 is Sherlock Gnomes, which I have not seen. I'll probably wait till it's on Redbox. Number 7 is Love, Simon. I'm hearing a lot of good things. I might have to watch that. I don't know if I'll see it in theaters though, maybe Redbox, but heard a lot of really good things about it. Number 8 is Wrinkle in Time. Heard some not so good things about that one, but yeah, and my brother saw it. He said it was pretty good. Number 9 is Tomb Raider, which was okay. Number 10 is Surprising, Paul Apostle of Christ. Heard some pretty good things about that one too. And then number 11 is God's Not Dead 3, A Light in Darkness. I've seen the first one. I have not seen the second one. Definitely going to check this one out because I've heard mixed opinions about it, but no one liked the first one. And then number 12 is Out of the Dogs. I think that one will bump up a little once it gets its wide release, because I think it's limited right now, if I'm correct. I might not be correct, but I think that's limited, so maybe when it gets its wide release it will bump up more in the box office. But hope you guys enjoyed this video. Comment down below what you thought of Movie Talk with Nick on Flick, and if you have anything you want me to talk about in the next episode. I hope you guys enjoyed the first episode. Subscribe, comment, leave a like, and as always guys, flick on.